Hey, welcome back. This is Monday Night TPK. My name is Kyle, and this is a 5th edition Real Play Dungeons and Dragons podcast. We are currently attempting to find, the Tomb of Annihilation. Around me at the table are 4 other people who sometimes in their spare time like to pretend like they're killing things. That's normal, right? Let's not psychoanalyze this too bad.
Don't think about it.
Yeah. Matt.
Yes.
When was the last time you killed something?
In real life or in the game?
Oh, in real life. Sam is dying, so I think she might know the answer to this question.
Man, I don't think I've hit an animal in a while. So
Better get on that.
Spiders?
I did have to kill a spider at the new house. Yeah. Yep, I did kill a spider.
Horrible.
Sam couldn't get it. She was trying really hard, but it went into a crack and she couldn't get it. And I think I took a key and wedged it in the crack and then
Brutal.
smushed it. Yeah.
That's real
Just
brutal.
keyed it to death.
I keyed it to death, yeah.
Wow.
She was freaking out.
Alright.
Yeah.
Cool.
Zoe didn't want us to kill it. She wanted us to put it outside, and I told her to do it. If she didn't want it to die, she refused to do it. So it died.
I told
She
her.
could have saved a life.
That was a few weeks ago.
That was a few weeks ago.
Very
Last
nice.
week at the earliest.
It's good to know that you have such, impressive hunting and killing skills. Ryan,
Yes.
same question. When was the last time you killed something?
Just like Matt, a spider the other day in the apartment breezeway. Neighbor was freaking out about it. Ryan, kill it! So I had to come out and kill it.
Was that neighbor McKenna?
Yes.
Yeah, I figured it.
No names. Not in this network.
No, that's Cam. It's on the air. Sam,
Yeah.
when did you last kill something?
Oh, that's a great question. Well, when did I last kill something?
I don't know. You always make me do it.
I do. Last spring, on one drive home, I killed 2 bunnies, and I still kind of feel bad about it.
At the same time?
Not at the same
Oh,
time.
okay, 'cause
There
that'd be
was about
talented.
a 15 to 20 minute difference on my commute home.
So you killed the first one, and the second one tried to get revenge.
Yeah. Don't try to get a revenge against a
We are
2-ton moving car.
There was one year I was hitting so many raccoons I started keeping track.
That's awful.
going to get some pretentious animal rights organization after us.
Hey,
I mean, at this
when they
rate,
run out
they-
in front of your car in the middle of the night, it's not your fault.
At this rate, they don't even have to be pretentious about it. Like Sam is a bunny murderer.
I try not to be, but if they run in front of my tires and I can't stop, I try to stop. I tried.
I always brake for squirrels.
Yep.
I will hard brake for a squirrel.
Break for turtles. You gotta pull over.
I almost
get
hit a
out.
big turtle
Go.
one time. You weren't with me, were you?
I don't
Ah, it must have been Zoe. Somebody was with me. There was a big old turtle in the middle of the road. And I thought he was a rock at first. And then I noticed just before I hit him that it was a turtle, and I stopped. And then I had to, nudge him towards the river.
I was with
Were
you
you with
because
me?
you were going to go pick him up and you went and got close and you shot off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he, ran. I've never seen a turtle run that fast.
Huh.
He bolted. Yeah.
Faster
But
than
I
running.
had to hold up traffic, and then, the other side of traffic stopped, too.
Mm-hmm.
Because they saw me, nudging
Yeah.
the turtle. Yeah. He was a big boy.
Mhm. That was a big boy.
Dana,
Mhm.
what is the biggest thing you've ever killed?
Why did you have to change the question? I had a good...
She was
Answer.
already prepared.
The biggest thing that I have ever killed. Man. Probably going back to when I was 7 years old, I killed a rabbit. A big ass rabbit.
With your bare hands.
No.
With
A
your
Flemish
teeth.
giant rabbit. So it was this big.
Wow.
Is that back when your family used to raise them
Yeah.
for eating?
Yeah. I don't think that I've killed anything probably but like insects and whatnot since then.
Never hit a deer.
I have not, thankfully.
Knock on wood.
Knock on
Yeah.
wood for that one.
Yeah, please don't hit a deer.
So yeah.
It's been a long time since I've hit a deer.
You know you live in the Midwest when middle of the United States.
Yeah.
The mid.
The middle
The
mid.
mid.
The mid.
The middle of the mid.
Alright, cool. So,
Now that we're done talking about death.
yeah. Let's get back to killing your
Same
characters.
question to you, Kyle.
Which question?
When was the last time you killed something?
I was cleaning, vacuuming, in fact, with like the little wand attachment pretty recently, and came
Yes.
upon a whole bunch of ants.
Oh no!
Where was this
The last place I was cleaning with a wand attachment.
at? Why were there ants there?
Yeah, I don't know.
Why didn't you tell me about this?
'Cause you were busy cleaning in the kitchen or something. You were busy cleaning somewhere else.
You obviously dealt with the job because you don't know about it.
Yeah, no.
Right, but like
The job was thorough and taken care of.
there might be a source that needs to be taken care of, not
Yeah,
just
it's not our house.
Okay.
I
I don't care.
I don't live in the house, and I told the owner about the problem. So that I feel like I did my duty. But yeah, I just laid like apocalypse upon a whole society of ants that are now I don't know, maybe they survived. Maybe they were then living in the vacuum sweeper, but probably not for very long.
No.
Yes.
It's not one of those like bagless ones where you just dump it out as the trash. They're in there.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right, I guess.
That was the best story. That was the best
Right.
out of all of them.
All right. So, luckily for me, and all of our hopefully one or two listeners,
Very loyal listeners, though.
so legit folks, if you actually listen to this podcast and your initials are not SC,
I mean, he can
comment too.
Yeah.
But like the rest of you guys, if anybody out there hears this at some point in the future, just tell us,
Tweet at us.
tell me or tell us that you heard this.
Yeah.
I mean, you can say it's absolute garbage, but just tell us that you listened to it, please.
And we're recording episode 27, and episode 19 launched today.
Yes. Yep.
So it's going to be a few weeks or months before this episode even gets put out there.
Well, apparently we got some praise
28
while not reading off our list of sponsors every time, so
Yeah.
I'd like to read off our... No.
We don't have sponsors because no one wants to pay for this garbage.
Right?
All right.
Self-funded.
So as I was saying, luckily for everyone involved, Sam takes phenomenal notes.
Every single week.
If she didn't, and I wasn't able to go back and look at those notes occasionally, I would have no idea what's going to happen from week to week. But maybe if I got caught up on like my editing of the podcast, this wouldn't be an issue. But here we are. All right, Sam. Whenever you're ready, what happened last week?
Sure. Well, last week we were rowing down the river, and it was hot.
Oh yeah.
The river went between two cliff sides. On the right, we saw two faces and found that they were wooden masks. Well, some of us saw that. Not all of us did. Then javelins started raining down from the cliff sides. That was fun. So we rode faster. And then just as soon as we started rowing faster and picking up some speed, those javelins and faces were gone. And the river edges leveled out to sea or river bed level. River level, not river bed. That would be below the water. The javelin a javelin hit our boat and an oar. Remember that?
Oh, right.
Yeah. So we explored the tip of the javelin a little bit more, found it was made of bone, and it was attached to a wooden staff. Some of our friends are struggling with the words tip and bone. But,
Also shaft.
And shaft. Okay.
I think you said wood. You said something about wood.
Wooden, yes. All of those words came out of my mouth. Take them as you want to. Guys. Okay.
We're professional.
Anyway, and then Iku filled us in that those faces that we saw were probably Batiri goblins. Am I saying that accurately?
Yes, Batiri goblins.
All right. And update, we now have 2 javelins. Woo-hoo!
Hooray!
Then we were putting the ore to the floor, so we were moving fast for the rest of the day, and nothing much was happening. Montwood went through his pack of wizard supplies, and it started to become dark. Nighttime was falling. We found a good spot and made the camp. Iku found beetles that cure mad monkey fever that appears from the blue mist.
You guys thought she was making it up.
Just a little bit. Gilly was a little concerned that was dinner, but was relieved when that was not the case. The group found themselves low on water, so Iku cast Create Food and Water, which is awesome because it filled up all of our reserves. Throughout the night, all the watches went well. We had no issues. The sun came up. Success. And we started our morning routines. Then we saw something large and floaty going down the river. And it was ice? What? Again, just putting it out there, jungle ice. Send us your recipes. Let us know what you think. Maybe we'll make them and pick the best one. Then we saw smaller chunks of jungle ice incoming after we decided to send a javelin on some rope out to attach to one of the ice chunks. The ice came on shore and it felt cold, which felt great because it's hot.
I think several of us laid on it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And then Iku was very confused, and thunder echoed in the sky.
Is that really all we accomplished?
That is it, y'all.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. You guys got really paranoid about the ice.
Yeah.
I don't know what you thought was going to happen, but...
There's going to be something inside of the ice.
I thought this was going to be like an Encino Man thing. You're going to find something. Oh boy, we got a new friend.
You found a very, very large adamantine disc. Kind of curved a little bit. It has a red, white, and blue stripe pattern with a great big star in the center.
What could that be?
The next iceberg has a really frozen person in it.
What?
I'm sorry, that's not canon. That doesn't
There's
happen.
no way.
Is there one that has a blue glowy cube?
You find one that has a great big cube-shaped hole, but it's empty.
Ah.
Who got there first?
That trickster.
Alright, so you stand on the shore of the riverbank. Shore of the riverbank. Yeah, why the hell not?
Sounds fair.
Great big, what was it, like 8 feet around-ish iceberg at your feet. Is it 6 or 8 feet? You hear thunder crashing in the sky above you.
And more ice was coming down, right? Like the ice chunk was not stopping. There were just continual chunks of ice.
Correct. The one that you speared, the first one that you saw, is by far the largest.
We didn't spear the first one.
Oh, we did not.
No,
No,
we
that's
spent
right.
the
I
second
misspoke.
one.
Yeah,
We-
that one went by and we got one.
Oh,
of the small
so the biggest one, okay. So, I mean, 3 feet around or something.
Okay.
Like, but they vary in size, but none of them are as big as the first one you saw.
Is it crowding the river? All of these ice chunks?
No, I mean, the river's probably a good 20 feet across total.
Okay.
There are... You may have to think about dodging them occasionally
Yeah, that's my concern.
if you're in a canoe. But, I don't know. Also, there's some thunder to deal with.
Right.
And I think that we probably asked last time, but is the water that the ice is made out of clear, or is it just like river water and all?
I
mucky
think he
and
said it
gross?
was made of river water.
Yeah,
Okay.
So
it's,
dirty
it's,
and
it's a bit
gross.
murky.
Okay, that's what I thought. I just wanted to double check.
Before I forget, do you guys want Iku to make the
Yes.
morning survival die check?
Yes, please.
Do we want to start picking up the pace still, or do we want to keep it at a normal pace as well?
Because what is the penalty?
We disadvantage on, or negative to perception checks, passive perception.
Passive perception will be at a -5. And you won't be able to like sneak up on any encounters or any other creatures or other things. Like you're gonna have to just like face them.
But we're not gonna like
I don't
have
know,
any exhaustion.
'cause
or
I don't know
anything,
who was in this conversation besides me and Kyle last week, off air. But we've only moved 5 hexes,
right? Oh jeez.
and we need to be all the way over here, which is like another 20 hexes away.
Yeah. No. Let's do it then.
So I don't know if we want to pick up the pace, if we want to keep going at this pace, and just hope that we don't have a lot of encounters.
The only thing that would concern me about going faster is exhaustion. But if that's not a thing that plays into it, Kyle.
Yep, I am pulling it up right now.
Cool. Thank you.
If the characters move at a fast pace, that's you guys, the easiest way to deal with their progress is to roll a d4. On a roll of 3 or 4, you advance 1 additional hex that day. Characters moving at a fast pace take a -5 penalty to their passive perception scores, making them more likely to miss clues and walk into ambushes. And then there's more information if you want to go at a slow pace,
So
careful pace.
we have the chance to move 1 additional hex or 5 total hexes. Correct? Because it's a d4 worth of extra.
No.
No.
If you roll a 3 or a 4, then you move your additional hex.
Yeah, it's not guaranteed that we move the extra.
Oh, I thought it was a d4 of hexes. So, like,
No.
you get a 1, you move 1 additional hex, 2 additional hexes. Oh.
So
So
there's
there's
a
still-
I
50%
don't know if
chance.
that's worth it.
Yeah, so there's still a chance that you won't miss, or you won't make the...
Yeah, there's still
Additional
a
hex.
50% chance.
How many days have we been in the jungle?
5.
In the jungle?
4?
No.
4 or 5?
I know that's how far we've moved.
Right. Because I'm just wondering, because if we...
3?
You're on day 4 in the jungle.
Day 4.
Okay, so...
So we've moved 4.
Right. So...
Because it's only a hex a day.
Right.
On the
okay.
river, it's 2 hexes a day.
Oh, it's 2 hexes a day?
Yeah, and I think
Maybe
you
I've
guys...
been doing it wrong then.
that matches up pretty well with what I've been keeping track of.
Because I've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down. So if we're on day 4,
There should be 8.
yeah, we should be.
Well,
8
one of the
then.
days you only got 1 hex,
Right, so 7.
because you guys weren't going quite as fast. Yeah, on mine, you're right next to that skull.
The skull right here.
Yeah, so you've got a couple of hexes
Yeah,
there.
so I've got.
Yeah,
Right
that-
there.
yeah, that's where you're at
Okay.
mine
And
too.
the skull means undead territory.
Yay!
Yeah, we're now in undead territory.
So, here's my thought. I mean, in real life, it feels like it's taking forever, but in game, we're making good pace.
Yeah.
And especially with these big ice chunks coming down the river, I don't know if we want to speed up, because I'm just picturing ice plus not paying attention plus canoe equals spear through, and then boom, 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 boom.
But yeah, we don't want to Titanic this.
Right. And then also there's the thunder from up ahead that...
Yeah.
Who knows what's going on with that. Alright.
Some of us might know what's going on with that.
I know.
I know you know.
Alright, sounds good. Let's do that.
So continuing at a normal pace?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so you guys are able to get back into your 3 canoes with 1 being towed. Is that accurate?
Yes.
Yes.
And the one being towed is behind Brixer.
Okay. And you keep moving. As you kind of push off, you continue to hear rumbles of thunder, also from the sky. Iku is going to make the comment to you that if this ends up being a bad storm, we will have to pull off. The river is calm now, but with the rain, it may and if there's too much wind, it may swamp us. So we should try to make as much distance as we can.
That makes sense.
From like how loud the thunder is, are we able to have like a guess of how far away it might be?
Give me a survival check. I guess Iku can do the same because...
I have survival. Yeah, I have survival and nature.
I got a 20 on the die,
Ooh,
so a total
nice.
of 24.
And you did way better than I did.
Wasted my crit.
I mean, it wasn't a total waste. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was.
Oh.
If the storm is coming towards you, which it may or may not be somewhere else further, depending on where things are, I mean, it could be, within an hour or two, or if it's further away, it might never hit. After, you hear it thundering a few times, you think it's probably not going to come over top of you, to get a 24, I guess, but...
Okay, and there isn't any lightning, correct?
You don't see any lightning.
Okay.
It definitely is like cloudy up above, and
Dark clouds or just cloudy?
dark clouds.
Okay.
And unlike the past couple days where you had like no real rain whatsoever, I mean it's lightly misting right now, like just a little bit of sprinkles. But when you spent a few days in Port Nyanzaru, it was also lightly misting and a little raining a little bit then too.
Right.
So the little bit of rain right now for here isn't necessarily one way or another.
Okay.
And Iku, who rolled a total of 5 or a total of 10, is going to agree with all that, just for the weather and the climate here. All right, so you are back on the river. It is raining a little bit. There are some icebergs to kind of maneuver around. As I keep saying, the river moves very, very slowly. The icebergs aren't enormous. I mean, calling them icebergs is probably even like...
Ice cubes?
well, it's bigger than ice cube.
Oh.
The ice chunks.
Okay.
So you guys go for a couple hours. Who is rowing exactly?
Rickster?
Probably Brielle, if Iku's keeping an eye out and navigating.
All right, why don't you both give me acrobatics or athletics, depending on how you want to do this, with advantage, because you've got people kind of looking out for you and helping to point out.
Take that first one. 19.
21.
Okay, you guys both have no problem maneuvering around the little bits of ice that are in the river. And then some of them get close enough, you can maybe like poke at them with your oars, and they are ice. They float and they bob around. And after probably about 3 hours or so on the river, and again, you've been hearing kind of like booming thunder kind of off in the distance. You guys don't even need to make checks for this. Up ahead, you see, at first, it looks like someone has like put out maybe a tarp between two trees, or a small tarp or something. And as you get closer, you realize you can see a person has been either lashed or nailed, like all 4 limbs stretched out between 2 trees right on the side of the river.
Which side?
The left-hand side.
Okay. And that was the side that the spears were coming from?
Zombie side.
Oh.
And you see it with a pretty far in the distance, and at first, and you kind of, what are you looking at? And pretty quickly, within probably 60, 80 feet, you can see that this is a person who has been somehow attached to trees.
Is it obvious whether they're dead or not?
From 60 to 80 feet away, they don't seem to be moving. Okay. If you want to make a perception check to get a bit more.
To do that.
I mean, anybody who's paying attention can do that if they want to.
17.
Matt, what'd you have?
15. That's a natural 20 for Ryan.
26.
Montwood, and really, you guys all made this. This person looks to definitely be dead.
Okay.
You can also tell that, like, in addition to being lashed, like the hands and feet have been lashed, that their clothing and whatever armor they may have at one point been wearing has been removed, and they've been, like, inside just slashed open and, like, disemboweled.
So, Gilly only cares that that's a person up there and doesn't need to inspect further, because knowing what she knows about medicine, like, if their insides are coming out, they are probably dead.
Yeah.
And we'll kind of motion over to Iku in a hushed tone. Is that a sign of something we should be aware of? Something that you know?
Iku is staring at this figure and, like, frowning pretty deeply. Well, sometimes the Batiri will leave out recent kills as warnings to others if they get too close to their territory. It has been a while since I have been through Batiri territory, but this may be their doing.
Aren't they on the other side of the river, though?
They were on both sides, I
Were they?
believe, because there was the ones with the masks on the right, I think,
And
and then we
ones
got
with the
javelins.
javelins.
From the
Oh,
left.
okay.
She'll also tell you that the Batiri are a catapult-based culture, and they have places where they can cross the rivers.
Okay. Nice.
She says that very, very deadpan.
I want to go to there.
What savage creatures?
Goblins are not known for their kindness.
Ugh.
They take what they want, take what they can kill, eat what they want, put everything in their mouths. They're dirty, dirty, nasty creatures.
Well, let's go. I don't want to be stuck here.
Sure. You guys slowly drift past or roll past the creature, or the not the creature. Geez, the body.
Yeah.
You don't want to stop and give it a burial and
No.
do all the things that
No,
good little
doesn't.
life clerics are supposed to do.
Brielle's
matter knowing.
contemplating it, but
Nope.
she also believes that it's a trap.
I'm smarter
What?
than that.
There's no way this is a trap.
Oh, man.
She doesn't know this
Then, if we do get trapped, I really want to go to there, Kyle.
Go where, Dana?
Their place. Their main.
Does Rixer ask Iku anything else about this?
No.
Okay.
Dana knows, though.
Oh, I did tell you about that, didn't I?
Yes.
Dana does know. Dana does know.
So I want to go there.
All right. After some time, you guys are able to completely pass the body in the trees, and keep on going. Several more hours pass, and give me another acrobatics or athletics check. There continues to be
21.
more. I mean, the number of chunks of ice doesn't really, like, increase, and you only, like, once or twice see any more really big ones like that first one. But you guys are still playing. You're dodging around icebergs.
I mean, if you want me to take a turn rowing, you just have to ask if you're feeling tired or anything, or...
No, I'm good.
You sure?
Yeah,
I kind of feel bad just sitting here.
this is nothing. It's okay.
Okay. Offer stands.
So I think you might want to sit down. Don't rock the boat.
Don't rock the boat.
Wait to be over.
Don't rock the boat, baby.
Gilly hears this conversation and goes, Brielle, do you want me to row? I figured not.
She goes,
Small arms.
she looks at you and she signs, sure. And then she lets him go and she sits down.
Ah, okay. I grab onto
And then
them.
she goes, time for training. She whips out her Volo's book again and puts her feet up.
I'll let Gilly make her own acrobatics and or athletics check to dodge around icebergs.
Sure. I go with acrobatics as Gilly's like,
Canoe starts going a little bit sideways.
no.
That's how it goes in real life, too.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Those were good times.
16.
You're easily able to avoid any water hazards that may come your way.
Great.
So yeah, several more hours pass. The rain does definitely pick up, and you guys, the wind also does too. Not so much that it's really kind of making it too difficult to go about what you're doing on this kind of slow moving river. But if you have water catchers up, they're definitely like overflowing.
Oh, goodness.
And all that kind of good stuff.
Do we have room for more?
We
though?
do not have more room for water right
that's what I
now.
thought.
But if we
Yeah,
started
everything's
to
full.
drink,
That's
like
true.
we could refill what
Right.
we've
Well, I guess
drunk.
that's valid.
Yeah.
We could refill what we've drank.
So you guys
If
can
it's pretty decently into the
stay
day.
hydrated.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you've been at this now for several hours.
And
I mean,
I guess also like the water can stay in the rain catchers until we're like need to put it away or whatever.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
But if it's overflowing, we may as well drain
Mhm.
from that
yeah,
as
for
much
sure.
as we can, so
We can
nothing
put
goes
one
to
up
waste.
in each boat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know at one point you guys had previously talked about keeping a rain catcher set up in each boat.
Yes.
So I assume that's what you were doing as well.
Yes.
Gilly has Gilly has a little thing hooked up, so she's just like drinking water like a hamster as she's like rowing and sweating, but you can't tell she's sweating because it's raining so hard. It's just like, top me off. Oh yeah, these are heavy. I regret my decision.
I need anyone who's not actively rowing the boat to make me perception checks with disadvantage because of the rain is coming down.
Oof. Ooh, we both did it.
No,
Ouch.
I didn't do it.
Oh, yours is a 7.
It's a 7. That's 13 for me.
What did you get?
You'll find out.
No.
Perception is what, wisdom based?
Yes.
All right. Matt, what you said you got a what now?
13.
13. That's where I need you to be, more or less. You see in some trees, just really as you're passing it, like you don't get a lot of head. There's no heads up for this, I should say. You see monkeys sitting in one of the trees. They look like they're kind of like huddled together a little bit to avoid the rain. And a couple things really stand out. First of all, these monkeys, they're sitting in small groups and they're like, they got both paws kind of wrapped around these pieces of spiky fruit that they are just like gnawing on. And these monkeys also have great big wings.
What?
How do I want to communicate this?
With words?
With words is good, yes.
Yes.
Hey, Rixer, I think I found some more of that spike fruit
What? Where?
in the hands of those winged monkeys.
They're so
Oh,
cute.
that is so cute.
Oh, we need to post a picture of that.
Are winged monkeys a thing?
Apparently.
I mean, I can
That's
pull these up. I have a lot of these creatures.
Are you asking? Who are you asking?
Just out loud.
And post them.
The Iku will kind of like look up and look around, and she'll spot them if you point them out. Like, oh, those are not super common in the jungles, but yes, they live here. It is sometimes considered to be good luck to see The flying monkeys. They are small sized.
They're not mad, are they?
Well, right now they seem to be happily munching on some
I don't
spike
want mad
fruit.
monkey fever.
Right.
I don't want to eat a bug.
The mad monkey mist does not spread well in the rain, in the heavier rains.
Okay,
Oh.
that's good. They're so cute. Aw. Do you think I could feed one? I've got some spike fruit still.
Well, perhaps if the rain weren't so heavy, you could entice one, but they seem to be well fed at the moment on their own.
Oh, okay.
I'm reading the fluff text here, Ryan, for the flying monkey. You have the find familiar spell, right?
Yes. I do. But I only cast it once a day.
I mean, in number 12 is currently your familiar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. These are eligible.
Ooh.
I want a future wizard with a flying monkey.
Oh, man.
Oh.
It also says they can be domesticated and taught to obey simple commands.
Yes.
Oh, I'm going to use flying monkeys all the time now.
They're so cute.
Oh.
I don't know if they're volos or not, but
They are not in Volos, but I have all of the monsters from Tomb of
Can I
Annihilation
get a canon name?
on D&D
Is this
Beyond.
Flying Monkey?
It's
Flying Monkey is the canon name.
A cannon named the flying monkey.
It just fires out monkeys. Not flying monkeys, just regular monkeys.
Yeah, but they're flying.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And see if these you can get in the cannon and launch yourself.
I thought when you were playing it, I thought it read, like, enter cannon.
Yeah. It's fun.
That's funny. Alright, so time marches on. You guys continue to row your boats gently up the stream. And it is getting towards probably about the time of day when you guys will start considering making camp.
Ice situation still the same? Thunder situation the same?
The thunder has gradually been diminishing.
Okay.
It kind of rumbled all day long, and the rain kind of came down a little bit heavy, but Iku's going to say this is no true storm. This is just the jungle being the jungle.
Okay.
But yeah, icebergs, still nothing's changed. Like, it's whatever is causing these ice formations is further up ahead.
Did anybody see if where's my pencil in my shirt? Sorry. Did anybody
You found it.
Did anybody see if the ice was magical in any way? I don't remember.
No.
I don't think I have detect magic yet.
Does Rixer say that out loud?
No.
My spells
Okay.
are on there. Sorry, my phone.
Dana was asking.
Okay.
Because Dana can't remember.
Okay, that's fine.
I thought about it, but I lacked the ability to do so.
The only thing I have is identify. I don't have detect.
You could cast Identify on a chunk of ice.
I'm sure I could. I'm sure I
Do
could.
not.
1 part hydrogen, 2 part oxygen is frozen.
Right, but identify is a first level spell, which Gilly has much greater use for than to cast identify.
Would go great. Cast Legend Lore on it. Like, it would go great in a beverage.
No, not this ice.
Ooh.
Is there any more flying monkeys around?
No, you really just saw that one little cluster in a tree.
Okay.
And that was it.
Okay.
Do you guys want to try to start scouting out a spot for camp for the night?
Yeah,
Yes,
we probably
for
should
sure.
do that.
Okay, on the left side of the river or the right?
What side was the body on?
Does
I believe.
our map indicates that this side is an undead side? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go on the right side of that one, I think.
Well, no, it looks like it's actually on both sides. Because I think that's what this yellowish color means, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. So we're in undead territory no matter where we go.
This color on this side is different than this side.
Am I pointing? Oh, I am pointing at the wrong. I always thought we were in this
No.
river. We're on this river.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah.
We probably want to go on the right side because the left side is zombie territory.
You guys can absolutely do on the right side. That's fine with me. Iku's gonna start kind of scouting out, like kind of look ahead and see if she can find a good spot.
Now that I'm not rowing, I'll give her a hand. So she can have advantage.
Alright. That's even worse. I mean, the first matchup was pretty good. Total 18. She definitely can spot a spot that would be pretty decent. Flat, etc., etc. And she'll point you guys towards it, and you can get your boats up on the shoreline. Do you just start unpacking, or what do you want to do when you land?
Do we want to scout the area a little bit since we know there's... Wait, sorry. Do you guys want me to help unpack the canoes, or should I go look and make sure there's no goblins nearby? Because I think that could be really bad if there are goblins nearby.
That would be really bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Brielle will sign that she can scout ahead. It's kind of a thing that she does. She's better off doing it by herself, though.
Brielle volunteers to scout ahead. She's a really good scouter, but she would prefer to scout alone. Will you help me unload the canoes? Because my arms, and she just like flops them down. They're really tired.
Okay, yeah, sounds good. I'll do that. And
Okay.
Rixer just like starts pulling the canoes up farther into the shore and everything. Unloading stuff.
I can lend a hand too.
That would be wonderful, because I can't. She like lifts up her arm and drops it back down. I think that one's dead, but not really dead, because I would be able to tell. It's just tired.
Oh,
I'm being
okay.
dramatic.
Okay. I don't know what that means.
I'm making a joke.
Oh, but you're a cleric anyway, so if it was dead, it would be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna set this up over here.
Awesome.
Alright, so Brielle is going to scout a little bit by herself.
Yeah.
How do you want to organize your scouting? Once you leave the shoreline, it's pretty much just open jungle.
Right. She's going to dump her pack and leave it here, but she's going to take her shield, her sword, and her bow and her quiver. For sure. So she wants to go as light as possible.
Uh-huh.
And then I guess she's just going to sneak into the jungle.
Okay. You're going to give me stealth checks, I'm assuming?
That's really good. Here's my stuff. That is a 22.
These guys quickly lose sight with, I'm sure, their passives.
Oh, yeah.
You silently slink into the jungle. What exactly are you looking for?
Any sign of goblinoids, or I guess even humanoid footprints, broken brush, any identifiers that something's moved through here recently?
Give me a perception check.
Oof, that's not very good. My perception is horrible today. That's a 10.
Yeah, you don't see any evidence. The ground foliage is pretty thick also. It has been raining for the past day here
Right.
too, which if something big had moved through, you think, yeah, you probably would see some tracks, but also anything much older would be probably covered up. And
She'll do a perimeter search.
okay, I'll let you keep your stealth for your whole check, but give me another perception check as you kind of move to another area around.
Oof. Gosh, my perception's horrible today. We roll everything else but not perception. That's less.
Yeah.
That's like an 8.
Brielle finds no sign of anything.
One more for the other side of the...
Sure, I'll give you 23.
Oh, that's way better now. What's my bonus again? So, 20. Unnatural.
As you're kind of scouting the brush, you're going to... Wow. You almost trip over it. But you manage to just kind of see it right before you do. There is, you find a body, like totally covered in brush, like it's almost totally decomposed. There's just scraps of cloth and maybe metal buckles. It looks like it was wearing a chain shirt that's totally just rusted together, totally useless, laying on the ground.
So if it's rusted, it's probably been there for a while.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
And it really, like, once, because you got an 18?
20.
20, okay.
Yeah.
My target was 15. Once you find this one body, you start really paying attention, and you find 4 or 5 more, more or less in the same condition. One of them has very clearly been, like, just pulled apart completely. The bits of scrap and metal and stuff is in the same condition, but you find the pieces just all over the place. And the others are kind of like surrounding this.
Okay. She's gonna head back towards camp after she finds this. And still holding that stealth, she's gonna just stand behind Gilly till she realizes she's there.
Sorry, my eye roll was not very loud.
Nope.
I mean, Gilly is working hard to, like, unpack things as best she can. 15.
I mean, if you're standing in the middle of camp out in the open, like...
No, she's like behind Gilly, wanting her to notice, because she's trying to train her.
18, 19, 20, 21.
Oh, so close.
Iku was going to say, "Welcome back, Brielle. What did you find?"
Do you turn around?
Gilly, yeah. Like, Gilly, like, turns around and goes,
She's all like covered in mud, and she's got like little bits of brush and stuff on her.
It's true, you'd be like a total mess right now.
Yeah.
You've got tree on you.
This is, yeah, part of the camouflage.
What'd you find?
Bodies.
What?
Old.
How old?
Armor was rusted old.
Oh, okay.
She'll say she didn't see any tracks, but also the weather could be obscuring those. But with how old the bodies were,
Okay, that makes sense.
we should be safe here.
Mm.
But we might want to keep a extra eye just in case.
Brielle found some dead bodies in the jungle, but their armor appeared to be rusted, which tells me that from a metallic standpoint, they've been there for a while, which I'm guessing flesh obviously holds up very less compared to metal, so it's been a while.
Oh, but isn't it like really wet here? Would that make it go faster? The rust?
That's a fair point. Did you check the condition of the bodies?
She'll go, with what was left of the bodies? Question mark.
Yeah. Well, wait, what do you mean what was left of the bodies? They weren't whole?
She'll shake her head no.
Well, shoot.
You said they looked decayed, but not like super decayed.
I mean, like, yeah, like sunken in eye sockets and like, sloughing off chunks of meat.
Yeah. So they've been there for a while. Just by looking at them.
Yeah, like a lot of the cloth has
Yeah.
been eaten through with probably like
Right.
just whatever's out there in the wild.
Decay and bugs.
Yeah.
So she'll just tell you that they've been out there for a while. She didn't really investigate too long, but how long? But
Good thought, Rixer, but Brielle says that the bodies were pretty well decomposed too, which tells me that they've been here for a while.
Oh, okay, that's good.
We can hope.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure. I haven't dealt with decomposition in the jungle, so that's new medicinally for me.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go over here now.
Oh dear.
Alright, so you guys really kind of have basically be told about these bodies. In the meantime, while Brielle was out scouting, I'm sure the rest of you guys set up the tents. Collected the water as best you could and got kind of everything going. Rain is letting up. Things are still very, very wet. You guys are all very, very wet.
Right, we have a tent though, right?
You got 2 tents.
Yeah.
Two
We have
tents.
2
Yep.
tents and a tarp.
Mm-hmm. It just might be a no campfire night,
Mm-hmm.
which might be okay, considering there was bodies.
Right.
We don't want to. There might be something near, so we don't want to attract it.
We should probably do something about our clothes, though. For if you stay in wet clothes too long, you will fall ill, and your body will start to decompose too.
Rixer starts taking off his shirt.
Oh no! Wait! In the tent.
Oh, okay. Can we like put up a clothesline under the tarp? And I know that's like gonna be nighttime, but sometimes it's really warm. Maybe the clothes will dry a little.
Bria will say that there's usually always moisture in the air here.
Yeah. There's just so much moisture here.
Okay. Just I would always dry my clothes after it rained.
Yeah,
Outside.
right. Oh. That makes sense. We might be able to get some sort of air dry. Ugh. I don't know.
All right.
Fortunately, precipitation does not dry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know what you guys are gonna do either. What are you
It
going?
cleans, but doesn't dry.
Dry.
What are you gonna do for the night for your watches? And are you gonna?
Whatever we had decided before, we're doing it the same way. I think we decided every time.
All right. I don't have any idea who has first watch.
No, I was gonna say write it down for
Write
next
it
time.
down. Why do I want to do that?
For next time.
Isn't it Montwood
I believe
and
it's Montwood and Rixer,
Yeah.
and then
then Brielle, then Gilly and Iku?
really,
No, we're together.
Yeah.
I think Iku slash Brielle takes the middle shift because Brielle's awake half the night anyways.
Mhm.
And then Brielle and Gilly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sure. So the first round of watches go off. It definitely stops raining over the course of the first watch.
Good.
That's Montwood and Rixer.
Mm-hmm.
So you're able to kind of like go out and it's very humid because of course it is. At night, the temperature is going to go down probably to mid 70s. So there's that with very high humidity.
I don't like this. It's so hot. Oh, I have an idea. Hey, Mom, I'll be right back, okay? Okay.
Don't go far.
Rixer go back to the tent and get a couple spike fruit out of his bag. Let's go with 3 of them.
Okay.
And it's gonna go maybe like 10, 15 feet away from the camp.
So 10, 15 feet away from the camp.
Yep. And put down a spike fruit. And then
Okay.
go in the other direction, the camp, and put down a spike fruit. And then go in the other direction, like away from the river, and put down a spike fruit. And then come back to Mom and be like, maybe some of the flying monkeys will come back.
Hey, maybe. As I'm getting my little bronze bowl out and putting different things in it. and do a little presentation to start burning it all. Start mumbling arcane incantations, and I grab 12 and drop them into burning.
How does Rickster react to 12 being dropped into this fire pit?
Why? What happened to him? Like, I'm gonna try to look in the bowl.
Smoke starts boiling out, and it kind of recoalesces into a form of a little smoky flying monkey.
It worked.
The
The spike fruit worked.
I
yeah.
was thinking maybe it'd be more beneficial for 12 to look more native. It's still 12, it's just not 12 anymore.
Okay, sounds good. I like it.
Yep. So the smoke, as you kind of described, kind of coalesces and condenses into the shape of this very kind of dark, much darker than the way monkeys you'd seen, and it kind of like flies out and shoots out and just kind of like flies kind of around Mount Wood in a great big circle, and it kind of and then far up into the sky. Before kind of like coming down and just kind of like flapping its wings to kind of hover in front of both of you.
Okay, 12, there's a spike fruit over that way, and then there's one that way, and then if you're still hungry, there's another one over there. You can have them all.
It looks to Ryan for permission. Or, I'm sorry, to Montwood. No, up towards its true god. It looks at Ryan.
I don't know if you'd eat or not. If you want to eat.
It zooms off and like grabs a spike fruit and like sits down next to Rixer on like a stump, and it starts nibbling on the spike fruit.
It's good, isn't it?
So still has the white eyes and the gray smoky fur.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this whole time it's got just like a thin smoke, just kind of like, I don't know, hovering around it. It doesn't seem to like trail off very far.
Oh, I need to mark off. Can I see a pencil?
Rixer's
that
gonna
took
like
one of my-
put his hand out slowly to like touch it on the head and like waiting to see if it's warm or not. Like, 'cause it's smoking. Is it hot?
It's not overly hot. I mean,
Oh, okay.
it would feel like there's a creature there, and you could put your hand on it and touch it. It's solid.
Right. I'm just making smoke, so. And it just came out of a fire.
Yeah.
So Rixer wanted to like make sure it wasn't really hot.
Oh no, it's nice and cool.
Okay.
Unearthly cool. Cool like the grave.
I don't know what that feels like. I've never been dead before.
Is Richard talking this? Who's Richard talking to right
I
now?
don't know. Montwood's rubbing off on him a little bit too much.
I guess so. All right, so the rest of your watch goes by peacefully and normally. Who again had second watch?
Iku and Brielle.
Iku and Brielle.
It's in the notes now.
Perfect, because I won't remember.
Hey, can I look up the stats for those now that I...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 100%.
I saw them, but I didn't look at them.
Sure. Iku and Brielle, watch goes by quietly, peacefully. You see a little bit of a smoky monkey, flying monkey from where Montwood is now going back to sleep. I'm sure Mont would probably tell you something as you guys change watches.
Yeah, Brielle would be slightly confused on where the monkey came from.
It came from a fire in a bowl.
She just kind of shrugs, okay.
Montwood did it.
And then she makes like an aha like expression on her face.
And the rest of the watch kind of goes by uneventfully. Second watch is who again? Sorry, third watch? Ugh.
Brielle and Gilly.
Brielle and out in Gilly. Third watch, quiet, peaceful, serene. Fourth watch is Brielle and...
There is no fourth watch.
There's no fourth watch, yeah. We're splitting
Oh, we
it
landed
between
with three watches.
Yeah, we're splitting it between three.
That's fine. So yeah, your watches go by uneventfully.
Scoreboard.
Gilly will start the morning routine.
Alright, I feel like a new day, a new morning is a good place to end end the episode. Hopefully next week something more interesting happens. I mean, you know, flying monkey's pretty cool. Flying monkey's pretty cute.
And you know, like, dead bodies are kind of interesting.
Yeah, you guys didn't fight anything though.
Well, that's true.
You guys need to fight something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, so, if you guys like what we're doing, you can find us on all sorts of social medias, including the Facebooks and the Tweeters and the Instagrams. You can find us at Monday Night TPK. You can find us on our YouTube channel, Above the Table Games, but if you've listened to other episodes, you know my spiel on that. You know what? The school year is almost over with. And some of us will have more free time
Yes.
to possibly pursue other ambitions.
Games.
We'll see what happens.
Games.
Do you guys have anything else?
I think you covered it.
Awesome. Well, folks, thank you again for joining us at our table, and have a good night.
Oh,